Right, hello everyone again. Welcome back. We continue playing the gold map, and as you may see, I'm just continuing that from where I left off. So usual recap. So maps 2K by 2K. We're trying to connect everything. 1,500 towns, 5,500 industries. I'm generally doing all the steel-related stuff, so scrap, coal, iron, ports-related things, and I should probably say engineering supplies as well. And I know that those markers have been on the 30%-ish for a fairly long time, but if you look at the map is like, we're there. So, okay, so what I finished this was that I'm trying to get rid of all this goods. And look, here's another thing bringing goods. I'm not so much fussed about the engineering supplies thing here, so next task. I'll turn that off. I wish I could turn towns off. That would be nice. Show industries. I don't want to see towns. I don't care. So I'm just thinking. So now that I turn things off, here's a steel mill, there's a metalworks. And I want to hook in these two. Okay, what? And I don't care about anything on this side of these rails because that's just how we roll. So I'm just checking that I really only need to do it's an extra train, I think. Yeah, losing money. You're full anyway. Let's lose more money. So I know why it's losing because I haven't set up proper, like they don't turn back and all. That's just me being stupid. Um, so these are on the other side. I'm pretty sure this is not being hooked into anything. Are you on the other side? No, it should be used. That's being taken by this. So, I know my new neighbor, someone smoking weed, like to the point that I'm getting high. Okay, this wasn't the plan for today. Not the getting high part, but scrapyard, but might as well. We need to come this far. Yeah, I definitely have a, I don't know, smoker neighbor. Probably don't clone the term. Okay. So where am I? Where am I? I said these two. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Yeah, it's just these two in it. 200, 270. So my only problem really is that I'll do it, but this is turning stupid. So the funny thing is, I could technically just, you know what? I will. No. Um, hmm, watch me. Do you take goods? No. You take food and alcohol. You take goods. You're in a stupid old position. Anyway, why don't we set up the easy part? Double quotes easy part because I am still going to want to I'm conscious. We'll need to revamp this at some future point. Although again, I could probably just bring it on almost 7 foot. 1100, 630, we're actually losing. This is slowly edging down. In which case, I might not bother. That's not too bad at all. Because one passengers, got one clay. You do that. you do that. I don't even think. Oh, we do have steel. Okay. Well, I'm thinking though. I mean, I could. I could do that. Going to be in the way anyway. I could just take one large. This is a slightly lazy setup, but don't think we need to. But hey, he's still edging down. Yeah, it's still edging down. Chemicals are fine. I still have zillions of goods here. Not really. Again, empty it occasionally. Do a quick check. Oh, we know that. Goods. 22,000 back. Why? Lifetime almost a billion. I don't mind getting more, but $8,000. Nice problem to have. Okay, so that's hypothetically being solved. What the f is going on there? You know, I don't particularly like these. Fi- 15,000 tons of steel. Interesting. Just casual. Where am I? I know where, I kind of know where I am, but I'm not happy, Bunny, about Lore's crossing timelines. Although I don't really see too many Lore's, I mean, Trems being down, but is it still coming out of the depot? Yeah, gonna work. Don't know why these. Weren't allowed to cross. I think that's generally going to take care of the steel issue. I think these maglers are going to take care of the goods issue. 29,000 tons of clay. We know about this one, which means this is like 12K. Okay, we are going to make some changes here. So, for 3, the one that is 31%. So you guys actually get bumped back into 5. Put on 2. I am though very curious. Why is everyone losing money? I'm not too phased about the 29,000 tons of play because it's somewhere here. Right here. We probably just use the appropriate. Yeah, it was here. I don't know. I think clay only comes in here. I mean, the industry chain, the industry port. I am curious though. You're losing money. So it's essentially no point in bringing it here. I don't think there's any sense in flying it because it's always super expensive. Also, this has aged to the extent that I don't have any ports that are not gung-hoing. Point being, I'd rather send it to somewhere. I don't know what that was. Glitch. Do I want to bother with any of this shit? I'm still thinking. I know this is not particularly exciting for you, but I'm still thinking. The other stuff I'm thinking about is that this should not be on a train. Oh no, it is not a train. It's taking transfers. So how does Clay get here? Oh, like that. And you are making money. Well, buddy. Should have started the other place, but fine. So, hold on. You're just coming up here. Why? So, lo and behold, because this is going to hit the 5K mark very shortly, and in theory, we should not have any problems. So what I want to do here is close down the station. I said, sell. Hold on, this is coming here. Okay, you shouldn't have been there at all. Why? That's just so weird. I'll stop there. I still don't really understand why trains are coming this way, apart from the depot. When they should go away. Where the fuck you going? This way. Well, the good news is we're making more money. Not so good news is that. Well, it's kind of edging down. I have a cunning plan. Except I have tunnels. Because the whole shebang. I'm just playing, yeah. And there's a tunnel there. I can't do that. Can't do this. I can't do a whole bunch of things, but one thing I can do. Okay, you lot move. If I do this, there you go. I mean, they might all just shortcut because that's the shortcut, but you might hear some weird sound coming up. Forgot to turn off the water protection for my watch. Okay, so that's edging down, and we are give or take making money. I think the train that was doing it was losing money as well, so too bad, but at least we're not losing millions. We know this. We know this. We started making money. That was the good news part. New content. Started the furnace. I really hope that this part is just steel. Okay, so famous lost words. This is getting sorted. 2K, don't care. Okay, so we've exhausted the engineering supplies. Where? 2,000 crates of goods. That's actually fake. That is relatively fake. This is a very old. I think this is literally possibly the first station I had. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost certain. So I then started doing this stuff. So apart from maglev bridge being the wrong type, I'm curious why these are losing money. Lol. I really hope you can't hear the kids play outside. So you only do these two. $2.99. Don't really know. Okay, anyway. So this is so I was knew about this, knew about that, I knew about that. Well, it's actually not that much. I really wish there was a way to adjust the scale. Food. Interesting. So this is, I know this is probably not too exciting. I'm not building anything, but I think that's the challenge. To do this stuff properly. This is basically the wrong side of the map, which is why it's being ignored. Know this. We know this. Do we know this? We know this. It's a hell of a place to stop. I don't like this bottleneck. And even this is probably not the idea of the century, but yeah, what would be nice? I was happy. Mm, um, 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 um. Materials, fixtures. Yeah, I want not this. The materials process facilities, marshalling yard. I don't really bother with the marshalling yard stuff. I'm just depth x1, length 1. That's this way. How do I make it that way? I don't, probably. I wanted to block this off, like just visually. Oh, it's not doing anything. Drag and drop. No. Yeah, because it only goes this way. You can't do it the other way. Buffer. Buffer. Ramp. You have northern ramp and southern ramp, but you don't have southern buffer. Third vehicle access. I don't think this will do. Process, not really. Facilities. Plus this would be a station. Hold on. Is there a station? Yes. Ooh, that worked. Smart. Just visual. I know it's technically a station, but okay, so at least these stopped queuing. This is edging down. Four thousand crates, still 4,000 crates. And these make so much money. It's incredible. And I know it's a bit of a cheat, but so I think there's a timetable. They're doing a crap job at being timetabled. You have a little more than I'd like. Usually checking the bridges that do the fast bridges. At some point, I spent many hours, I think 3 or 4 hours, revamping all the bridges, but you know where I'm doing a really good job though? Here. This is my busiest passenger station. It's only 700 people. So it's heading down. Right, let's consider moving on. We stay on this side of the railway, which means we ignore these. You are being tentatively used. Well. So, stating the obvious, but there's not much here. I'm thinking. What am I looking at? 1, 2. That's being used. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want a steel mill, which is here. Or oh fuck, I can only bring it back here. I'm pretty sure if I actually shut down one of the trains, I'm thinking that port. Meow, meow, meow. I'm not going to fly things here because one port's not really enough to sustain anything. Oh, fine. So, lo and behold, our almost 5,000 road vehicle. You know, I actually have not tested this. I don't think we'll have issues. For those of you who are not been watching Gold 100 episodes, I? No, yeah. So I'm running a custom build. That's probably not going to work. Interesting. What does that do? Open a good window focused on it. Fascinating. It's 500 tons. Do I? I mean, I do kind of have space here. I'm essentially wondering if I want to bother running trains. Because the trains are generally the same speed. I'm going to regret this. Hold on. Yeah, I do want to run trains. Cleaned the mouse the other day and it's already icky to the point that it needs cleaning. Right. Cancel the fleeting circus. Station. It's a 2x5. Boneyard. Boneyard. I'm not a huge fan of this one train line sort of thing, but doesn't seem to be much going on here. You obviously come in here. You enhance because you need more. There you go, 5001. So again, this is actually possible because I am running a custom build. Allows us to 65,000 vehicles. And I'm wholeheartedly not convinced it's going to be enough. But if it's not enough, I'll work around it. Because if you look at, we have only 600, 700 trains. And of course, I am also allowed to have 65,000. So worst case, I'll replace some of the things with trains. Oh. We have 2 minutes. Not optimal. What? Why is there a sandbank on the river? Map generation is so weird. I think I ran out of time in a few seconds, but I actually want to go away. I want to set this up. Scrap 5. Don't still lose money. You're waiting for free path anyway. Okay, can we own the other ones? Why are you waiting for a free path? Because I'm an idiot. This is not signaled out at all. You out yet? Also, this should not be here. I have no idea what I was doing. Like, I know that I signaled to 10, but okay, so what I wanted to do here is basically do a conditional jump because it's really needed. Fine. And that means we're out of time before 100. Wait. Radio. Pause, save game. Usual. Thanks for watching, as always. And thoughts, comments, likes, and whatnot. Let me know, please. And I'm just triple checking my work here. And we'll continue next time. Bye. Hold on. Almost bye-bye. Delete. Yes. Save. Bye-bye.